Habakkuk has a conversation over the first two chapters of the book where he talks with God, and he said, look at what's about to happen to our people. The Babylonians are going to come and take them over, and they're going to rape and kill and pillage and catch them like fish in a net and take them away. Why are you punishing us, Lord? And God says that the Babylonians, he's going to let them do what they need to do as discipline for the Jews. And Habakkuk has a real problem with this. He has some laments, not different than Solomon's book of laments, but he says the Babylonians, I mean, our people are having trouble being good and maybe not offering up to other gods, but the Babylonians kill. They subjugate people to slavery. They don't take care of the poor. There is no, they make their army a deity. They drink, they fornicate, and just all kinds of bad behavior. So Habakkuk is really digging his heels in with God. So one of the most powerful parts of Habakkuk is his prayer in the third chapter, and he questions, the righteousness of letting his people suffer as being the far worse sin than they had committed. And why would God do this? Why would Yahweh do this? But Habakkuk looks inward instead of outward, and he finds that he has the faith to believe in God, believe that Yahweh will deliver his people, and that in the end, justice will win out. Now, Habakkuk has faith, and he believes that his people will be delivered, and he chooses to side with God, even though everything in front of him says that God has forsaken Habakkuk and his people. And he, in doing so, preserves a fidelity to the Lord that is merely through faith, not through acts. And that is the powerful message of Habakkuk. If you're at a point where you say, or you're listening to somebody say, well, with all the starvation and suffering in the world, how could there be a God? And Habakkuk takes this straight on. His people have been exiled, they're slaves, they're being raped and killed and pillaged. And Habakkuk chooses to believe that God's promise will have a permanence. And in the end, Habakkuk dies 2 years before the Jews finally free themselves of the Babylonians and return to Israel and Judea. And if you find yourself at that point saying, how could there be a God if you let something like this happen? Think about the nation of Israel. Think about the Lord's chosen people and how he disciplined them with the tool of other nations. And in the end, Habakkuk does have a statement. He said he understands now that there will be an end of corruption in the world, and there will be a rise of the righteous. And he's talking about the end times. He's one of the prophets in the Old Testament that talks about what we consider revelation and justice for all, and he will crush the head of the evil house. So right then and there we have Habakkuk talking about the end times. And for many people, right now they believe they're seeing the signs of the end times. And we're going to look at that in the Bible coming up.